Welcome to the Law Dad Podcast, brought to you by Pritchard Injury Firm. I'm Zach Pritchard, lawyer, husband, and very tired father.
Dive into the heart of law and life with The Law Dad, Zach Pritchard, your guide through the world of injury law in North Georgia and Tennessee, where law, life, and leadership meet.
Guys, welcome back to the Law Dad Podcast, and we are moving up in the world. We have gone from the infamous Greg Free, councilman, city of Euharlee, to the mayor himself, Craig Guyton. Craig, thanks for some time today, buddy.
I appreciate it. You're actually taking a step down. Greg's phenomenal.
He is incredible. I love Greg.
Yep, I enjoy getting to talk to him. I don't get to talk to him enough now because he's a dad of a very newborn, and so he's very tired right now. So I'm not getting to talk to him as much as I used to. But he even though he sits right beside me, he's in and out because he's got to go help his wife. It's awesome.
He's killing it. It was great. Like I said, he was on the podcast. He was phenomenal to talk to. I love Greg, and that's just what he mentioned. He said, "Man, I am worn out." So
he is worn out, and he's burning the candle at both ends, as they say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy talking to him about a lot of things. He has got a vast selection of knowledge.
He does. It's what kind of a Renaissance man, which is pretty cool. You guys, and we're going to get into this obviously in a minute, but it's really interesting to see what you guys have done. So I guess this is the start, is a little continuation of what I talked about with him, but just to see the progress that you guys have had. So,
it's pretty neat. In 2011, I was elected to city council.
Okay.
And I started serving in January of 2012. And to look back over the last 13, almost 14 years now of where we have come has been pretty special in the city. There's been a little bit of growth, of course, and with that comes some growing pains. But we hadn't had a ton out in Euharlee, believe it or not.
Okay.
Over the last 20 years, we've had 3% growth total.
Wow.
But some of the stuff we've been able to do and bring out there has been really special, I think. It's been fun.
So you guys, these are ones I know of, right, that I'm really excited about. I was talking to Dean, obviously, about Drown Valley, so I'm pumped about that. That's awesome.
Have you been out there yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I'm kind of waiting.
Then this is your invitation right now. You and Alexis, come on out with Donna and I. You just let us know what nights you can be out there, and we'll meet you.
That's perfect. I know that Nick and, of course, the Mule House Gang have got a spot out there, too, which is cool.
Anytime now, too.
That's great.
Yes. Yes, we're expecting them to open. They said in July. I don't know if they're going to make it, but they're real close. So it's going to be very quick here. That's something that everybody's looking forward to. We have a Mexican restaurant, but to be able to have a couple of options where you don't have to leave, leave Euharlee to go out to dinner is pretty special. And like you'd mentioned, the outpost from Drown Valley right on the creek it's one of the most peaceful spots to meet some friends and hang out. It is a really sharp spot, what they've done with it.
That's what I've always liked, and that's kind of what I was telling Greg about is that, man, look, what's cool about Euharlee is you're in the middle of everything in 5 minutes, right? But also conversely, in 5 minutes, you're out, like to your point, in the middle of nature. You're right by the river. It's just beautiful farmland. It's one of the most beautiful spots in Bartow County. And it's been, I don't want to speak this into existence, but to your point also, it's been a little bit, which is good, immune from all of the explosive growth. Now it's growing, but not the explosiveness we've seen, unfortunately happens to say at Daresville and certainly Cartersville. It's like, gosh almighty. So it's nice to have that preservation of, kind of what Bartow County is. I love it.
That was in the forefront of our mind. Now we do have two, one small subdivision and one medium-sized subdivision going in now. So over the next 10 or 15 years, you're going to have another probably 2%, 3% growth per year, but still very manageable. And one of our projects out there, it's not cool and things that'll get you elected, but I put a plan together that we're going to pave every road in 5 years in the city of Euharlee because it's been a long time since they've been done.
Sure.
Problem is, not a problem. It's just one of those things that it's not something that people see as flashy and exciting. What are you doing with our tax dollars? But it's so necessary. When you're having growth, the infrastructure's got to be there.
Preach.
And so it's something we're handling, we're looking to do in the next 5 years.
And good for you. And I'm going to tell you, especially we're close, right? We're off Mission Road, right? So we're out there, but I can tell you, especially when you talk about infrastructure, the city of Cartersville itself has been dealing with that, I know, for a couple years now, and then trying to plan for this growth. So it like you said, it may not be flashy, but it is for the people who love it and live here and all that other stuff. Man, it's important. So good for you for identifying that and being kind of on the forefront. That's good. That's great.
It is, and Matt here in Cartersville and Steve for the county.
Oh yeah,
that they're working hard at that.
They are constantly.
Sometimes you get behind on certain areas, and that happens, but. Overall, the growth has been manageable in my mind. Now, there's others that would tell you it's overblown. I don't like the hyperbole when people start talking. Well, we're just like Gwinnett County or Cobb County.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Gwinnett County has 477 square miles.
Right.
Bartow County has 470.
Right.
Right there.
Right.
Land size.
Right.
They got over 1 million people. We got 125,000.
It's ridiculous.
It's not, it's not a comparable thing.
Sure.
But I do recognize, I'm born and raised here, 53 years in the city of Cartersville.
Love it.
Before I moved out to Euharlee 25 years ago. But in Bartow County, I'm 53 years. And I get it. The amount of growth we've seen since I was a kid. Target was woods all the way to the interstate.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember those days. So it's different, but man, we still have a lot of that hometown feel.
Absolutely.
A lot of that small town feel. It's neat. It is. It is still a special place. And, I think, you hit the nail on the head too, is that, hey, listen, Bartow County is Bartow County, right? We're not trying to be Cobb. We don't want to be anything else. We're just going to be us. And yes, to your point, our leadership has done a great job of that balancing act, because it is a balancing act. 100%.
Of bringing in the good revenue, things that are going to help the county, but at the same time planning for that, making sure it's still a great and awesome place to live. And it is. You can walk downtown, especially kind of summer nights, and just walk downtown and see how excited people are about the downtown area, about all those kind of things.
So I think 1990-ish, late 80s, early 90s, I graduated from Cartersville High School in 1990. And I don't know the exact percentage, but downtown was less than 50% occupied. Oh. And today, to watch downtown Cartersville is, the walkability of it is amazing. One of the things, one of mine and Donna's favorite cities is Savannah. Because we'll pull into our hotel and we will not get back in the car until it's time to come home.
Yes.
We will walk everywhere. And folks can do that in Cartersville. Mm-hmm. You can get downtown and walk to, have a cup of coffee before dinner, a dessert, a cocktail, whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can do it all without getting back in your car.
That's right.
And that's a pretty neat thing to have that kind of walkability.
It is.
And we're trying to do a little bit of that out in Euharlee too. It's going to be fun.
It sounds like you're being a success at it. That's great.
Well, right across the street from the covered bridge, right there where the outpost is, we're revamping Osborne Park. I don't know if Greg touched on this.
He did.
But there's going to be an outdoor amphitheater.
Yeah, that's what he said.
It's a few months still away. Probably, I don't want to say September because I'll get in trouble. It's probably October. So it'll probably be ready for next spring. But you're going to be able to put 800, 1,000 people in there. Oh, and it's going to be a special spot as well for the city of Euharlee. It's neat.
Gosh, and kind of like I said, I got an overflow for city of Cartersville too. That's the one thing I absolutely love. We sponsored, or one of the sponsors of Woodstock concert series, and right in the heart of downtown Woodstock, they've got this massive amphitheater, and it is just so special. And I've thought about it all the time. Every time we come back from it, I go, gosh, I wish Cartersville had it. Gosh, I wish. So we'll kind of get to leach over a little bit into Euharlee.
So. I really, really hope so. I got to talk with Woodstock Mayor Michael Caldwell, right?
Yeah.
Got to talk with him at GMA conference, not this past year, but the year before. Just briefly, got to meet him and just chatted with him. Told him that we were doing this in Euharlee and that we were a much smaller scale and so forth. And he was so accommodating. He said, "You bring your wife and come on. You'll be my guest and come on."
Nice.
I hadn't gotten to do that yet. I hope I get to take him up on that.
Sure.
But I've not been to one of their outdoor concerts, and I understand they are incredible.
It was. So we just got done with Josh Turner, which I love Josh Turner, so that was incredible. And I'm telling you, when it was elbow to elbow.
That's awesome.
You know, it was so special. It's so very special. And it was such a community event. Like, to your point, people were walking everywhere afterwards. It just felt really, really nice and intimate and cool. And I loved it. So I'm hoping the same thing for you guys. That's going to be great.
I am too.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're looking for. Just neat things that the citizens can do, and the citizens of all of Bartow, not just Euharlee, sure. Can come in and enjoy our city, the history of it, and it's still got a bright future too, even with such a great history. Absolutely.
So we'll take a little bit of a sidestep. So tell us, I mean, again, I know you've certainly got your hands full out in the city. So tell us a little bit kind of about home life. Who are you, home life? I know you got Griffin, Bailey, and Donna, of course, you're taking care of, and
it's
she's a mess.
She is amazing, is what she is.
She is. You're right.
Donna and I met at Kennesaw State.
Oh, awesome. All right.
So a long time ago, and we've been married. December will be 32 years.
Oh, good for you.
Just in every way possible, she is my better half. She completes me. She doesn't like the spotlight. She doesn't like to be out in front. She doesn't like to talk. She doesn't like to do this kind of thing.
Sure.
But she's amazing.
She is an amazing person.
All there is to it. And so she just, matter of fact, in May, retired from the Bartow County school system. She got her 30 years in.
Yep.
So she's looking for a part-time job. If anybody's got a part-time job out there,
Yeah.
I can't just have her sitting at home doing nothing. You know, she'd be bored stiff.
Sure.
But she retired from elementary school teaching in Bartow County. Spent her entire 30 years in Bartow County.
I know. I love that. Yeah.
Bailey is our daughter. She is 28, about to be 29, and she is an accountant with a tax firm in Kennesaw.
Okay.
She graduated from Kennesaw. And then my son graduated from Middle Georgia State University with a degree in aviation. And currently he's working out at Phoenix Air. Just got his instructor's license, so he's going to be teaching people how to fly and building his hours so that eventually he can be in a jet with Phoenix, or, you know, if he wanted to go commercial. I don't know. It just depends on. Yeah. Phoenix is a pretty special place right here in Bartow County, so he may stay here his whole career. I don't know.
Phoenix is an awesome place. As a matter of fact, I've got to get back on that. I've got some hours accrued.
Really?
Yeah, I've been going for my GA license. And with the firm, honestly, with our kind of growth, I've had to hit the pause button on that. And, you know, as you know, building the hours is very, very important, and consistency is very important. So if you're trying to, you know, fly and learn how to fly, and you're doing an hour a week or something like that, that's just not going to work. You need to really get the feel of the aircraft, and make sure
that's a building block thing.
Absolutely.
Right there.
So that's why I hit a hard pause on as well. Everything that I watch, obviously, on it is, you know, these people that get in trouble are the ones who do try to dip a toe here or there, and I'm like, okay, listen. When I was first doing it, we're really, really close to getting like my touch and goes down. Okay. You know, really close.
Yes.
But I had an awesome instructor, a guy named David out there. He was great, but he also went to go start flying for Piedmont. Some of these little smaller jets, right? These little tight commuter jets, and he loves it, you know. So it's a very good thing. As a matter of fact, my nephew wants to go into aviation. So Carter, you know, he'll be a senior this year. He wants to go play golf and maybe go to GCSU or something like that. But then after that, that's what he wants to do. And I told him, I said, buddy, it's a perfect place. They're you know, family friendly out there. You know, I'm always trying to bug Randy Davis because he's such a super guy. I love him to death. And
it's pretty.
What's new at Phoenix, man?
Well, a lot of things I can't tell you.
That's the thing. So that's his response every time. He's like, well, here's the stuff I can tell you about.
Exactly.
You know? Hey, Randy, when we do some lunch? Well, I got to go off to Malta. Got to go to Malta. Oh yeah, what you heading out there for? Well, I can't tell you, but when I get back, you know, we can go to lunch.
Watch the news the next few days. That kind of thing. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, the things that they do are just incredible, and right here in Bartow County,
it's amazing.
It's neat.
We did part of Leadership Bartow, and it was a couple years ago. But they took us through and they showed us, you know, all of the really kind of inner workings, and I was blown away.
Oh yeah.
Of, you just think, oh, hey, here's this unmanned, uncontrolled air tower sitting out here in the middle of this field in Bartow County.
That's
they
right.
don't do anything, whatever. Maybe we see some random jets sitting out there or whatever else. And then a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, I was thinking, my goodness.
Yeah, when they built the plane out to carry an Ebola patient out,
Yes.
and to be isolated on a plane. I mean, that's never been done before.
Right.
That kind of stuff, I don't think had ever been done before. And
First patient.
and Phoenix Air did it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty neat stuff.
they were using hydrogen peroxide. Did you know that?
Neat stuff.
That's crazy. I mean, he was telling us he's super concentrated hydrogen peroxide kills all this stuff. And what? And they showed us the little, encapsulation. It was just, oh yeah, fascinating. So
It is.
He's in a
It
great
is.
spot. Yeah, no matter what he wants to do.
Oh, it is. It is the experience he's getting. He does have to finish, I believe, his. And I don't think I said, but he's 24, about to be 25. But he's finishing up his. I don't want to get it wrong. His instrument instructing license.
Yes, yeah.
And so that'll be the last
Gotcha.
step before he's truly an instructor. And trying to build hours to get to do the things he wants to do.
Good. He can teach me the IFR stuff. That scares me to death. I mean, those
It's-
IFR approaches or ILS approaches. Oh my gosh.
You're speaking Greek when you talk to me. I've been up with
Yeah.
him one time.
Oh yeah.
Craig does not like small planes.
I was going to tell you. Did you go up in one of those little Cessnas?
It was a Piper
Oh yeah,
Cherokee.
Piper World Cherokee. Oh man.
I'm not
God.
a fan
No.
of small planes. I'm not a fan of
Me
big
neither.
planes, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So it's funny that my son has fallen in love with this, but I'm glad he has.
That's a great thing out there. And it's interesting too when I'll give this guy a shout out, but Hans is always out there. Hans Lugens,
He and I graduated high school together.
I mean that guy's been flying since high school. I mean
he has.
I mean he's got it down, son.
He
He's
has,
in there.
and he's up there with Delta.
Yeah, I mean, clearly.
he's living his best life, as they say.
He's
a great
so nice too. Because I asked him, I said, Hans, I'm going out there. Got any advice for me? He said, oh man, he said, let me know when you go out there. I'll help you get a couple hours. I said, Hans, you are so busy. I said, there's no way you can
He'll
be able
do
to
it.
instruct. He's like, yeah, but listen, I'll make some time. So anyway, we're still kind of back and forth. Every time we see each other, we're like, hey man, we're going to go flying. So I think I'm gonna hit him up at some point when the restart happens for me. But
So he took Griffin up once or twice as well when Griffin's still learning and early on, and just gave him some support, a little bit of encouragement. Of course, Griffin doesn't need it because his head's in the clouds. He's just
good for
loving
him.
every minute of it, and I'll be honest with you, as a dad of older children, when you see your kids succeed in something they are excited about,
oh yeah, special.
I don't know that there's anything better. I really don't know that there's anything better. A lot of times people have to get a job to support their families. Nothing wrong with that. But when you're able to do something that you love,
Oh yeah, special.
and so
Yeah.
it's different, and that's where both of my children are right now, and it's as a dad that makes you happy.
Well, that's all you could ask for. And I tell my daughters the same thing. I love what I do. And I'll always say this too. It's unfortunate that I have a job. I mean, because that means somebody's been hurt. But it's my pleasure to serve. And I love to do that and to advocate for them, to fight for them. That just kind of speaks to my heart. And you're correct. If you could see, and that's what I tell them all the time, listen, you're going to be doing this the majority of your life.
Right.
You find something, work hard at it. Of course, pray, trust God, and the blessings will come, I promise. Right?
Yeah.
He'll give you peace and happiness and provide, right? You just make sure that you're working hard and doing something you love. You're right. That's all I hope for my two. Of course, they're not a long way, but long enough.
It's tomorrow,
I
brother.
know,
Trust
I know.
me when I tell you it's tomorrow, because you remember, yesterday you were holding them like this,
Yeah.
and your girls are grown.
I
I mean,
know.
every time I see them, it's like, good grief, quit. I had the opportunity to do Canes Camp this year.
Oh, yes.
The food
Yeah.
the food section, and your daughters were there, and I'm just shaking my head thinking,
Oh, man, they
they're not
love
even
you.
supposed to be in school. What are you doing in this Canes Camp?
I know. So yeah, AC going into middle school this year. It's
I
just,
know.
No way.
Yes,
What?
middle school. Think about that.
Yeah,
And I'm telling you, tomorrow's high school, the next day's college. It's
that's
that
it.
quick.
We're moving them in.
It's that quick.
Gosh, well, so talk to us about that. That's another cool. I don't know. Maybe people don't know if they should, but if they don't, tell us about SWUB. And what that stands for people may not know.
Scott's Walk Up Barbecue.
Okay, there we go.
My uncle, Scott Painter, started Scott's Walk Up Barbecue in September. Will be our 18th anniversary.
Fantastic.
And so 8 or 9 years ago, he and I started talking because one of his children is a lawyer.
That's right.
One of his children is a pharmacist, and neither one of them wanted to rub butts for a living. And so he hollered at me and he said, hey, at the time I was in the printing industry and had been in the printing industry well over 20 years and knew a lot about it, was with a great mom and pop firm in Kennesaw area, Marietta really. And he just came to me and he said, listen, I'm ready to start retirement. Not tomorrow, but I'm ready to start retirement. I wanted to see if buying into Swub would be something you'd be interested in. And so Donna and I prayed about it, talked about it, kind of bantered it back and forth because at the same time, the printing firm I was working for, he was getting ready to retire as well. And he was basically giving me the exact same option.
Wow.
So
door A or door B.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. And the printing industry was all I ever knew. The food industry is not that different. Everybody thinks it is. You've got to be very technical with your timings and such because you can't make people sick. You don't want to do that.
Oh, that's right.
But other than that, it's giving people a great product at a good price. It's another customer service position. But after Donna and I had prayed about it and talked about it for a while, we just got a very, very cool sense of peace that, hey, it would be nice to be part of a business in my hometown as opposed to in Marietta. I was driving 36 miles one way to work. And so it was a very neat opportunity. And so I bought in with him. Like I said, it's been 8 or 9 years ago. And he and I have been partners ever since.
Oh,
and
that's so special.
He's still got a small piece in it as well so that he can so you can still see him there on Fridays. He's got a reason to come around.
Yeah.
So it's been fun and a learning experience. But getting to do it right here in my hometown, where I was born and raised, it's pretty neat.
It's huge, and it's such a cool, thing, especially when you talk about Friday nights coming up. Of course, we're almost there. We almost made it, right? We've gone the whole year. We're almost back to football time, right?
Exactly.
But I mean, talk about that. I mean, how special is that you're the pregame meal? I mean,
location.
True.
That's what
I hear you.
That's what the real estate folks will tell you.
That's right.
But where he did that, that used to be for the old timers will remember when that used to be Doves and Cherubs Bakery, back in the day.
That's right.
Remember that?
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's throwback.
So he renovated it.
Yeah.
And got it the way he wanted it. And it just so happened this place is across the street from the stadium, the backside of the stadium.
backside.
So you don't really know what that does.
Right. Not the
until his first game. And people parking everywhere. And some stopping in to eat when they do, and coming early to the games and meeting friends. And it becomes a community social hour.
Absolutely.
WBHF does the pregame
Broadcast
right there. On the
Yep.
front on the front porch. Everything about it is just small Southern hometown. It is Friday Night Lights at its best.
Friday Night Lights.
It is amazing. It is, to me, quintessential Cartersville. It's a pretty special place to be, and we get to be right in the middle of it. It's very neat.
It's cool to see it too. I mean, every time you like you said, there's a vibe, an aura, of when you're pulling up. It's just kind of like the pregame ritual that, like you said, it is so very connecting. Right.
Well, back when I was a kid, my dad had season tickets to the University of Georgia. So for me, it was because I was in at that time early, I guess, late single digits, turning 10, 12 in that area, 8 to 12. And he started taking me. And one of the neat things was the tailgate before.
Oh, yeah.
Mom would pack
Very
us
special.
sandwiches and Cokes and Dad would have the football and we would get there hours before the game,
Yeah.
or you couldn't get there.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
And so we'd go down. There was this open field, and we'd throw the football for a while and people watch and talk to family. We had some other just the tailgate was neat, and it was as much a part of the experience for me. Scott's walk-up barbecues kind of become that on Friday nights, where it's as much a part of it as the game, especially for some kids. There's some of the kids enjoy just hanging out with their friends over there more than going to the game.
Sure.
A lot of them, 8, 10, 12 years old aren't caring about watching the game. So it's just a neat atmosphere all the way around. It's like I said, small town Friday nights.
We'll talk about, let's dive into it a little bit more. So talk about things, staples on the menu. I know it's good stuff, but you tell me, what's staples of the menu, those kind of things. Talk about that.
A barbecue place in the South is pork. You go out to Texas, you're doing beef, stuff like that. But in the South, pulled pork is king. That is barbecue. So pulled pork is the staple on the menu to me that when we run out of it, which isn't often, but when people come and sell us out of it, we have to lock the door because that's the thing on the menu.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But we have ribs, which are incredible, baby back ribs. Our smoked chicken is
fantastic.
It's hard to
fantastic.
beat. Chicken is a blank palate and takes that smoke very well, and the rub. It's a neat thing. We've got a sliced loin on Fridays. While it lasts, we do brisket and burnt ends, which we like to tip our cap to Texas, if you will, on Fridays. So that's good. And then typical Southern sides, slaw, beans, stew, potato salad, collard greens, mac and cheese, those things. And then our desserts are lemon icebox pie, peach cobbler. And then I do 2 flavors of homemade ice cream. I make 6 or 7 gallons of homemade ice cream every week.
I don't think I knew that.
So I've got a toasted coconut, which is a coconut ice cream that we put toasted coconut flakes or just our traditional vanilla. And, of course, that vanilla goes real well on top of that peach cobbler.
That's right. Yeah, well, that's what I know very well. So,
but that is a homemade, every time you get it, that's a homemade ice cream that I have made myself.
You're the man. That's awesome.
It's, like I said, this time of year, it's a lot.
I bet. That's flying off.
Wintertime, I get to back off just a little bit. But this time of year, it's a lot.
Oh man, that's so awesome. And I mean, you're right. I think from the outside looking in, I would think owning a restaurant is crazy. I mean, so Lexi, you probably know, she just took over Canopy right downtown. So that's been an adventure. We're only into technically the first week of it.
Correct. I hadn't gotten to see her to tell her congratulations yet. So if you'll pass that along,
I will pass that along.
That's going to be neat.
It is neat, and it's wild to see her do the same thing because I mean, this is my arena, right? I know everything about this. It's not that crazy to run a law firm in my head, but to see her go from just I have a dream to do this and to whip it up, it's really fascinating. I look at the same thing in the food industry. Somebody who and to continue to be successful at it, that's just fascinating.
There's multiple ways to go. I've got a great crew.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to branch out and start a second or third location, which a lot of people do, there's nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
However, I love being there.
Yes.
I love being there. I love, you come in, I love patting you on the back saying, hey, how are you?
Buddy, you're speaking to my heart.
And so
for sure.
The fact of the matter is, I think it's repeatable. I think I could open one in, Calhoun or LJ or wherever close by. But then I wouldn't get to see everybody because I'd have to be bouncing back and forth. And part of the charm of a mom and pop local restaurant is a lot of times when you go in there, you see the owner sweating along with the rest of the employees.
I can't lie to you and tell you that that's not a big deal for me and my family. It is. When we come, my girls, like I mentioned it earlier, our girls love you. They look forward to it. I mean, that's Mr. Craig's restaurant, right? They know it's Swab, right?
Yeah.
But they are looking for you every time they come in there. You know what I mean? So it does, and I empathize. I mean, we've got the 3 locations because we've got the one in Chattanooga, one in Woodstock.
That's right.
Here.
That's right.
And you make a really good point. Now, granted, while I don't have the customer in and out all day, every day like you do.
Yeah, you can do yours with you can make a touch
telephone.
with a phone call.
Yeah, telephone. We've got Zoom. We've got all these fun
100%.
things. But even with staff, right, from a leadership perspective, really, it's very difficult. You've got to make sure you're giving of your time. You got to make sure, it was sometimes I make time, I will tell you, every week to go up to Chattanooga and to Woodstock. However,
it's important
with court, with some other things that happen from time to time, I may miss that day or two. And I can tell you, it's a different morale when I'm there versus when I'm not. And for me personally, I mean, I want my employees to know that I still love them and I care about them and I'm invested in them. And so you're right. It is, you burn up the roads a little bit if you're not careful.
Yeah.
And you got to be really intentional. So kudos
really
for
do.
you for not doing that. Because I think I've seen a lot of people who've had the smaller, good restaurants, good foundations, and then try to throw that satellite location out without understanding the time commitment, and it's been hard for them. I'm sure you could do it, but I think, like you said, it's
a different animal.
Yeah, what do you want to do with it, right?
Yeah.
This is your location, this is your field. What do you want to do with it? And you're right. You probably stick one up in Calhoun, and everybody knows that they've got a massive following up there. But
it's one of those things. I'm 53. My wife just retired, like I told you.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to look at what a end game looks like for me.
Sure.
It's still years away, 10, 12, 15 even maybe, because I like what I do.
Right.
But do I want to spend it trying to cultivate another location at the expense of the one I have?
Oh yeah,
and the one I have is pretty special.
Ooh,
now.
Lord, preach.
Now whoever ends up buying it has an opportunity at some point to make a second, third, fourth location. I mean, this is a repeatable thing.
Sure.
But for right now, I love it the way it is, and get to see kids grow up, get to see families coming in, and it's a special place. I love being in downtown Clarksville.
Pritchard Injury Firm.
And it's funny too. I'll tell you somebody who would definitely echo that mentality is Doc Barnes, Alan Barnes, and who one of my dearest friends, of course. And he said the same thing. I said, Alan, your business is going great. Where's the next step for you? And he said, man, there's not one. He said, I'm going to tell you, enough is enough. Could I? Yep. Would it be successful? Yep. Do I need it? Do I want it? No.
Yeah,
my heart's here. He's got kind of the same thing. He's right there on Main Street, and so
to be able to, I hope that to be able to have that vision is something that I recognize. Okay, that having a vision to do nothing more is a pretty special vision too.
Sure, that's right. That's right.
It doesn't mean I'm not successful. It doesn't mean that I hadn't taken this as far as it needs to. It's not taking a step sometimes is taking a step.
That's correct.
And so I'm very happy where I'm at. Plus, like you said, I've got a few things going on. I mean, the mayor out in Euharlee. I've got. I'm an elder at my church.
So that's the next thing I was going to ask you about. That's a good time to. I see you in the choir, which is great. Talk about that. Let's pivot for just a second and let's talk about. How did you get involved with the choir? I will tell you, admittedly, before we even get started, I get really hyped up when you're up there. I tell Alexis, man, Craig has got the joy of the Lord on there. It gets me all excited. I'm like, I got to get into it this morning. Even if I'm a little sleepy, even if I haven't had my coffee, time to sing. So how'd you get into that?
Well, my home church back in the day was Atco Baptist. That's where my parents raised me. And my mom and dad sang in the choir. My aunt, my grandparents, my uncle sang in the choir. My aunt played the piano. So we were a musical family. And I started out in the youth choir there. Matter of fact, I may have even been in a children's choir and just don't remember it. But I was in a youth choir there. Occasionally sang a solo here and there. But for the most part, just choir related. And so when Donna and I were looking for a church, this is going to be embarrassing, and I hope a lot of people don't watch this. When we were looking for a church, we looked around for probably 2 years. Okay. And it's because I didn't like any of them.
Sure.
And what had happened in that time frame where Donna and I were looking, we were newlyweds, and I guess at this time we'd already had Bailey, so you're talking about late 90s. But all the churches had gone away from the traditional redback hymnal.
Oh, yeah,
and had gone to bands on stage. And
Sure.
Cartersville First was no exception.
That's right.
And so the first few times we visited Cartersville First, they had a drummer and a keyboard, and I was like, not me. This is not me. We're not doing it. And so we just kept looking around, but my daughter absolutely fell in love with the kids program.
Oh, yeah.
And I told Donna, I said, there is no way on earth that my daughter's going to be going with a friend to Cartersville First Baptist and get saved one Sunday morning and maybe sitting at home or at another church. Just not going to happen.
True.
No.
True.
So I had to stop and just pray, God, I need you to change my likes. I need you to change what I enjoy about worship. I need you to help me understand that this ain't about me anyway. It's about what I'm reflecting to you.
It's true. Yeah.
And so I actually just went at the time, Cartersville First did a praise team one week and a choir the next week. They kind of alternated back then. Gene Lee,
yeah,
was the interim minister of music at that time.
Wow.
And so I went, and choir was right after praise team. And so after, I can't remember how it went, but I think after the Wednesday night meal, I just went up and sat outside the door while the praise team was practicing, waiting on the choir.
Yeah.
And so waiting on the choir to start, because I was part of the choir. And one day, one of the guys was out, and Gene stuck his head out the door and said, "Hey, Craig, can you come sing a part for us?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so I went in and sang a guy's part, just the tenor. I can't remember if it was tenor or bass that time. But anyway, I sang a part for a guy who was out. And from then on, they said, "Okay, you're part of the praise team."
You're in now.
So I've been part of the
Great,
choir
great.
and praise team for over 20 years
Awesome,
at Cartersville
man.
First. It's fun. It's a great group of people. John Huff is our minister
John
of music.
does a phenomenal job.
His energy is ridiculous. His love for God is
Palpable.
pure.
It's
It is
palpable.
100%. And so I love hearing him pray before we ever even get started. When you hear him pray, you know he's talking to somebody he knows.
That's right.
It is a special thing. So
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Always have. Love being a part of the choir. Love being part of the praise team. Even as busy as I am, Donna and I teach a married couple Sunday school class.
That's right.
And like I said, I'm
Yep.
I'm an elder there as well. So I need to learn the word no. I think is what I'm getting from this podcast right now.
Sure. All the thing. Yeah.
Yes. I need to learn the word no sometime.
No,
but
that's
it's
great.
it's wonderful. We love serving there.
Yeah. It's a special place, and I would agree. I think our worship has gotten just awesome. I mean, it's really an inclusive thing, and it's cool too because John will put our spin on maybe some of the modern songs, right? But it's not that we're trying to match Phil Wickham. Okay, we can't do that, right? Like, he is amazing, but we put our own spin, and it all feels it's extremely genuine. That's what I say about our praises. It's just all very genuine
And that's because he's that genuine.
Yeah, he really is.
And also he'll throw a hymn in occasionally.
He will, and I love that.
Yes, my heart, it takes me back. I can be back in Atco Baptist Church in the blink of an eye. Worshiping with my grandparents.
Yeah.
And it's neat.
Our choir and when that happened, is powerful. I mean, I'm talking about, hairs are standing on end. You're just like, good Lord, I'm about to start crying if y'all keep going, because it's just real powerful. The full choir, watch out. It's crazy. Love it.
That choir, and a lot of churches have gone away from a choir.
Uh-huh.
Really, I mean, a lot of churches have gone away from a choir. So to see a Southern Baptist church that still has one is pretty special. And John loves choir ministry, and so it's been fun to watch it grow, and I hope it continues to grow. As a matter of fact, August 6th is we're going to be starting it back up for the fall.
Yeah,
and I hope more and more people come. I hope Zach comes. Come on.
I'll come to church.
No, you can come sing in the choir. I'll have a place right beside me.
Listen, as we say, the Lord gave me certain gifts, and I'm not musically, musically may be okay, but I played a couple of instruments. I was okay at that, but the singing,
it's fine.
Craig.
Trust me, it's fine.
As in my industry, as we say, I'll take it under advisement. You know what I'm saying? The judge tells you, I'll take it under advisement.
But it's been fun to watch it grow.
Oh,
Seriously,
that's right.
and it's so powerful. And the more you get, the more people you get. Not everybody could sing on a microphone.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
truly.
Yeah.
But Psalm 100 tells us to make a joyful noise.
That's right.
It doesn't tell us to sing on tune. This is
Right.
make a joyful noise to the Lord. And when you get that many people together on a stage doing that, it's hard not to worship if you're one of the folks out in the audience as well. And that's the whole design of it.
Well, and I'll give, Kyle, who also was on the podcast, I'll give Pastor Kyle a little bit of a shout out. He preached on that about, hey, listen, if you're out there, and you can see him. He is rocking in the front row. From where I sit, I can always see him. And he's going to work and said, hey, listen, if you can't sing as good as so-and-so and so-and-so and so, don't you worry about it because God cares about your voice. And he really said, I love the fact that he'll call out the stuff that everybody thinks, but nobody says, which is, I'm afraid that I'm going to look foolish to my neighbor. He said, you don't worry about your neighbor. Listen, they need to be worried about themselves. Let's praise God.
One of the fun
He's
things,
great.
one of the fun things is when I'm up there with a microphone on praise team and he's right there in the front row and I can hear him.
Oh, yeah.
And it would be neat if everybody in the church could hear our pastor when he sings.
Yeah.
Because he can sing.
Oh, really?
He actually can carry a tune. He can sing well, but he doesn't care. Even if he didn't, he sings loud and proud because it's an overflow of what's in his heart.
That's right.
And so that's a pretty special thing. But, I look down also at Caroline Helton.
Oh, yeah.
Caroline Helton can't voice.
Right.
A song.
That's right.
But there are times when she's into some music and you can tell she's into some music. And my thought is, man, I wish I could hear that praise on heaven's side because what she's doing right there is probably more beautiful to God than anything I could ever
That's on something
do.
we can't really understand.
That's exactly
You know
right.
what I mean?
100%.
Maybe one day.
I hope so.
Yeah, right. Maybe one day.
So. But hearing Pastor Kyle sing, I wish the entire church could get that.
Yeah, I'm going to stand by me.
One day I might need to slip a phone down there and then just show the entire church because he practices what he preaches. He sings every note to every song we sing, and he does it loud and proud, not for anybody else,
Right.
but just because he wants to give that to God. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's. He's truly got the joy of the Lord. Truly
100%.
does, man. I love Kyle to death and his
100%.
family. Fantastic. So what is, and now we've gotten a laundry list of what your life looks like. And dare I ask this next question of, is there anything else on the horizon for you?
I hope retirement. Actually,
You deserve it. My goodness.
Thank you. Well, actually, Donna and I had been really over the last 3 months praying about and talking about whether or not we were going to run again for mayor. I do believe in term limits, so 2 is the most I'll do.
Okay.
I stepped away from city council after 2 terms. And this, my first term coming to an end, I really had hoped to be able to get everything on my to-do list accomplished in one term. And so we were really looking at just being a one-term mayor. But, and I say we because it is a family thing.
Sure,
If you
yeah.
talk to somebody who is an elected official, it is a family thing. So in praying about it and talking about it, and I guess you get to be the first person that hears about it. But
Great.
I have decided that we are going to run one more term.
All right, congrats. Good
So
work.
sometime in August, I've got to qualify, and then the election will be in November. And if the citizens of Euharlee want me, I'd be honored to serve another 4 years. And then after that, like I said, we're hoping to get to enjoy some of this empty nesting. We've taken a few trips here and there. I tell young couples a lot, especially in my Sunday school class, it's hard at your girl's age.
Yeah.
So it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's hard to, you just feel like, man, this never-ending, constant going is never going to quit. It is going to quit. You are going to miss it, so you need to stop and enjoy it.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
But this is such a sweet season of life. I've told folks a lot that empty nesting's kind of like the honeymoon phase, except it's better because now we're dating with money.
Oh, yeah.
You know, back in the day when we were in the honeymoon phase,
broke. Yeah,
we went out for a picnic, not because it was romantic, but because that sandwich was all we could afford.
That's all you got. Absolutely.
We would go down by the Euharlee Creek and enjoy our time, actually, where the outpost sits today. But today, we have season tickets to the Fox. We love Broadway theater.
That's cool.
And so we get to do some neat stuff, just she and I. And it takes us back to our time, you know, when we're dating. So any couples, you know, married couples that are listening to this, even while your kids are young, make sure that you spend the effort to keep dating each other, because it's not going to be long. These children are going to be gone, and you're going to turn and look at Alexis, and you want her still to be in love with you, and you want to still be in love with her.
Yes.
And that being the case, the only way to do that is to continue dating even through children. The children will be fine for a night while you give them to the grandparents and y'all go out.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to invest in your marriage, because this season that Donna and I are in, I wouldn't take anything for it. It's just it's a pretty neat spot.
That's great for y'all, man. That's super good. And you're right. The intentionality is important, because if you're not intentional with it, I mean, you know, kind of like yourself, she's got that going on. We've got the firm. We could literally run ourselves ragged, and do a lot of times, you know, where you have to just go, hey, listen, we just need it's amazing too, which is interesting, how when Alexis just gets to be Alexis again and doesn't have to be mom and doesn't technically have to be wife, just the person that I'm enjoying time with, right?
Yeah.
And we're both removed. We are both completely the different people. And I remember how cool she is.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, she's not half bad.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I know we're going through all these things 100%. And it gets
100%.
tense and it's just overwhelming sometimes. But when you remove those things and you go, I just get to talk to this person again.
How that I really like her.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that stuff. I'm like, I really enjoy her. I remember all these fun things. This is my buddy, you know?
That is one of the things that we preach to our Sunday school class a lot. Don't forget to date. You know, even with children, and some people don't have the luxury of having grandparents in town. You know, get you a friend group. In our case, it's a Sunday school class where y'all can swap out. And I'll keep your kids this weekend for, you know, overnight. You keep my kids next weekend overnight. And you've got to date, because they're going to be gone one day.
That's right.
And that's one of the top divorce rates.
Oh, sure. They don't know what to do.
When the kid, the last kid flies the coop.
Yeah, you just go, well, we spent all this time working.
Who are you?
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know who you are anymore, because we haven't dated in 20 years or whatever. And it's like, that's not good.
No, it's not.
You know, make sure you spend a lot of time together, because that's where we're at right now. Is wow. It's a neat spot to be in a marriage.
That's awesome, man. Good for you.
Yep. Something to look forward to.
Donna. Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Well, I appreciate you. Appreciate the words of wisdom, my friend. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
You want to do some rapid fire, huh? I was about to say I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay, here we go. This is the fun part.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. We do this at the end of every episode. That's exactly what it sounds like, rapid fire. I'm just going to ask you a couple questions. You just answer.
Okay, this is coming from off camera now.
All right. What's your favorite item on the menu at Swim?
Pulled pork.
Just sandwich, plate?
Both. I eat, people laugh at me all the time. I eat pulled pork 4 days a week. Now, before I bought in with my uncle, true story, anytime I went to a new town, I tried their local barbecue joint.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, a lot of people
love barbecue.
Because barbecue's so regional. It's so regional. It's different. And so now I can't. Because I eat it 4 times a week.
Oh, yeah. So, you're out. You're worn out.
Yep.
Fair. Oh, that's good. Tiring.
Repetitive,
but,
yeah.
Who do you think eats there more, Zach or Alexis?
Alexis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Alexis and her mom.
And her mom.
Yes. Miss Sackmore, I love to see her as well.
We knew the answer to that.
I know you did. I'm not even going to tell Zach what her favorite item on the menu is.
Do you know her go-to order?
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
I know what it is.
She prefers
Let's see if he gets this right.
a pulled chicken potato.
Oh!
However, there's a lot of times where I don't have time to pull the chicken,
Oh,
so she
good for
will.
you.
She will
That's
eat
right.
a pulled pork potato if I make her. But then at the end, she's not going to eat the whole thing because she's saving room for her peach cobbler and homemade vanilla ice cream.
That's her favorite.
Yeah, I know
Killed
it
it.
is.
Perfect.
I know
That's
it is.
exactly right.
You can ask me anybody in town. I'll tell you what everybody likes. Now I'm going to tell you this. Missy, the lady up
yeah.
front. Okay, she's been with us forever. Missy Barrett is an amazing, amazing woman, and more so than me, she can tell you what everybody loves in town. If you need to know what somebody wants in town, you go ask Missy, and she'll be able to tell you they like this. If you're taking them dinner, she'll be able to tell you what to take them.
Yep. Missy will look
Love
at us
it.
and be like, "Y'all want your usual?"
There it is. Y'all
Yes.
want your usual.
Oh, but
you don't
see,
even have to talk.
That's so special. That's why I love that stuff in the hometown, right?
It
You
is.
want your usual? Yes.
Yeah, you're not going to get that if you go to
No.
Atlanta or Woodstock. It's funny.
That's great.
Love it. What is your favorite part of being the mayor of Euharlee?
Wow, that's not going to be rapid, y'all. When you have an idea that comes to fruition, not all ideas come to fruition. Not all ideas are good ideas. One of the most recent ones, the pickleball craze has gone nuts out here.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And so everybody was making courts, and we did a partnership with the county and a local business in Euharlee to add pickleball courts to Joe Cowan Park.
Oh.
Now, Joe Cowan Park, if you go out there, this is a neat spot in Euharlee, but it's tucked away. It's got a mile walking track. It's got 3 tennis courts. It's got 3 soccer/football fields. It's got 4 baseball/softball fields with batting cages. It's got 2 basketball courts. And now, and an 18-hole disc golf course. And now 8 pickleball courts. And that came together from a partnership. We didn't have the full amount of money to do it. We didn't, and the county, Steve joined in with us a little bit because they didn't have any pickleball in that area of the county. And a local developer put in some money as well. And so we had that idea to add pickleball courts. And when you can see something, an idea come to fruition, and then Donna and I were out there playing last night, and there were 22 people out there enjoying those pickleball courts.
Oh.
There were people walking the whole time we were playing. There were some guys playing basketball the whole time we were playing. So, I mean, just how much that's getting used. And when people come out there, they're like, wow, this is a nice park.
Yeah.
We didn't want to do anything second class. It is a first class park. Come
Love
out
it.
there and enjoy it. I told you that one wasn't going to be rapid. I apologize. That's my fault.
No,
That's my
okay.
fault.
No,
That's
you're
okay.
fine.
That's okay. What's your favorite song to sing at church?
I Will Rise.
Good one. That is a good one.
We do that one a lot as
We
an
do.
invitation. The words are pretty powerful.
What about not at church? What's your favorite song to sing?
What, not at church?
Yeah, when you're not at church.
Now, Donna and I, here's a great one. Donna and I dated by singing karaoke and playing in dart tournaments at the Marietta Bowling Lane. Okay, back when, and so you're talking about 1991, 92, when she lived in Kennesaw. And so I'd come pick her up, and we'd go to the Marietta Bowling Lanes, and they had a little area off from the bowling lanes where they had karaoke every Friday and Saturday night. So we'd sing karaoke, and we'd throw in dart tournaments. So Candle in the Wind was always a good one. The River by Garth Brooks.
Can't go. Oh, that's a good
And so
one.
both of those were probably my go-tos.
That's solid.
So that's what I would say.
That's like a Sunday windows down, feet out the window truck drive kind of.
It really is. I would
It's a good one.
I would say something by Coldplay, but that would be an inappropriate joke for the day. So
The Coldplay, God.
they're getting raked over the coals.
Hey,
they're
man,
a pretty good band. Come on,
I like Coldplay,
This
but
is
I'm not
rough.
going to a concert unless it's with my wife, and that's it. I mean,
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
No, that was funny. If you could only use one sauce for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, one sauce.
One sauce. And it doesn't have to be Scott's.
I understand. I'm a sauce guy. I mean, like buffalo sauce for dipping wings and stuff. Oh my gosh.
That's the hard
That
one.
one's tough.
That one's really hard.
That's not even fair there. Scott's traditional.
Scotch
Scott's
There
traditional
we go.
barbecue sauce.
You put that on everything, though. Really good.
I do.
Who is the most famous person you've ever met at SWUB?
At SWUB, Roy Williams, the basketball coach from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there's a picture with me
What?
on the wall. So one of the neat things
didn't know
about
he
Lake
did that.
Point is it's bringing a lot of people to Bartow
That's
County
right.
and a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
And so Roy Williams came in with one of their donors, and I think they had driven, they may have flown, but they had come to Lake Point to watch a kid, and he came to my restaurant, and he has come 3 times.
No kidding.
3 times. There's been several basketball coaches that we've got to meet. When Reese Witherspoon was in town filming The Devil's Knot, you
That's
remember
right,
that?
I
They
do.
used the old courthouse. and
They
all?
did? Yep.
She was pregnant at the time, and they were hiding it, and so they wouldn't let her leave her trailer. So she sent her assistant out and said, ask somebody that's from here where the local barbecue joint is.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah.
so they sent her to us, and she ordered pulled pork and a couple of sides, took it back to Reese. And I think the next 2 days, so 3 straight days, Reese sent her assistant back and ate with us 3 straight days. We never got to meet her. When she got back home, she sent us the autographed picture that's in our restaurant today.
Yep.
And we didn't ask for it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've told people all the time that shows you how good she was raised, because she basically sent a thank you note on her photo.
Wow.
It was neat that she's a good Southern girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Roy Williams is the most famous one I've met.
That's awesome.
He had that big old rock, looks like an alarm clock on his head from the 2017 thing. Was massive.
I grew up loving UNC basketball when I was younger and playing a lot of basketball. I was like, oh man, UNC basketball.
Getting to meet him was
Yeah,
a neat
he's-
one. Neat
he's
one.
a stud.
It was right there close to. If I could have gotten to meet Dean Smith, that would have been. But Roy Williams is
Roy
up
Williams.
there too.
Yeah.
What's second? What's your favorite thing to do in Euharlee right now?
My wife's obsessed with pickleball. We're playing pickleball Sunday through Wednesday every night. She's got our Sunday school class doing it. You remember the movie The Fight Club?
Yeah.
The number one rule of Fight Club is
Yeah, you don't
nobody
talk about it.
talks about
That's
Fight
right.
Club. Well, it seems the number one rule of pickleball is the opposite of Fight Club.
Everybody
All you do is talk about pickleball. And so my wife is pickleball obsessed. My favorite thing, that's our favorite thing to do together. My favorite thing to do is to go sit out on the back 40 at the outpost, right up next to the fence where the creek runs. You really got to come out there. Yeah.
What's your go-to drink there?
At the outpost, Long Gone Blonde.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yep.
Last one. Are we getting a Scott's in Euharlee?
No. No.
That was selfish and personal.
I
for
know.
me.
I understand. To be perfectly honest with you, I have actually looked at it, and when Johnny Mitchell's moved out there at that location, and then Steak and Q moved out not too long ago. I guess it's been a year ago now. It's a neat spot, but one of the things that would do is actually change my business model. And what I mean by that is we're a lunch place, no alcohol. When you have a smaller location like that,
Kinda forced to do
you've really
things
got to
like
have
that.
the alcohol
Yeah.
to bring enough profit in,
Right.
because you don't have enough seats to roll them over as quick as we do in town. So it really would change our. It would be neat to have one in my hometown, but it would change my business model, and changing your business model is not a recipe for success.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the very
You heard it
quick
here
answer
first.
was no.
Fair. That was just
No.
selfish for.
I understand. It'd be selfish for me. I could have walked to work.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, Donna and I will walk to play pickleball. It's a mile away, or the outpost is a mile away. It's neat stuff. A lot of neat stuff going on out there. It's fun. But Scott's Barbecue #2 will not be one of the neat things going on out there. I'll deliver it to you though. You just call me and tell me your address, and I'll just bring it by to you.
You're the man. I appreciate you. Well, dude, thank you so much for your time and
My
just filling us
pleasure.
in. It was
made this
fantastic.
painless too. I appreciate
Oh
that.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, like thanks so much. Again, please look into all the stuff that Craig's got going on. Love the leadership in all aspects of your life. So you're the man, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Come out to Euharlee.
I'm coming.
All right.
We'll do it.
Stay connected with the Law Dad, Zach Pritchard, across all your favorite platforms. Dive deeper into the stories, insights, and behind-the-scenes moments that make the Law Dad your go-to podcast. Follow us on Facebook for updates and community shoutouts. Catch inspiring snippets on Instagram. Connect with Zach on LinkedIn for professional insights. And don't miss our exclusive content on YouTube. Find our social media links in the description of today's show. Follow us now on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
This show is for informational purposes only. It does not constitute tax, investment, or legal advice. Please consult with a qualified professional before taking any action.